Hello everyone, so today's video, to the surprise of nobody, Russia keeps using my tactics from Command and Conquer of just throwing as many vehicles at the Ukrainian defences as possible, in the hope that eventually some will get through. So everybody's focus at the moment is on Avdiivka, but Russia is also experiencing pretty heavy losses near Marinka too, as seen in this video clip, showing a Russian column getting malleted to the south of Marinka around the town of Novomykhailivka. This is a lot of vehicles seen here. This location in the video may look familiar to you. It appeared on a video I did a week or so ago. So Russia is cunningly using the tactic of trying the exact same thing again, because doing the exact same thing that failed a dozen times before is what Ukraine will least expect. I think it was General Melcher who originated that tactic back in World War One. So some screenshots. Here, in this first part, we can see 5 vehicles are taking part in the attack at this location. They all decided to wear their best coat cage for the occasion. Highlighted also are 2 old wrecks in red. The vehicle up at the top is letting off a smoke screen. It isn't damaged yet, as later we see it moving. The tank hidden in the cloud of smoke is also still active as we see it firing later. I think the smoke here is a combination of an attempted smoke screen and a near miss on the tank. Here our first confirmed hit on a vehicle in this column, an armoured vehicle getting a bonk right to the noggin. This all took place here, near Quentin Tarantino's favourite forest. I will show where they were advancing to later. First, I want to check out some of the screenshots of the second location that we saw in the video. So here we can see at least 6 destroyed vehicles highlighted. It could possibly be more, with the wrecks blending together. In this screenshot, 4 more wrecks. The one at the top, to be fair, is an old one that looks to have been here for a while, but we can certainly add 3 to the tally here. Here, highlighted in red, are the wrecks that we've just looked at, but there are also some new ones in blue. 2 more down at the bottom, and up at the top, a big pile of scrap metal of at least 3 wrecked vehicles, possibly 4 more wrecks. Finally, we have our turret toss competitor of the day. So a decent height, but not much distance on it, and it missed the chance to do that landing where the barrel gets stuck in the ground and it ends up looking like a lollipop. So I've got to give this one a lowly 5 out of 10. So by my count, that makes possibly 15 vehicles lost in this little skirmish, and also some additional wrecks that were old. So that's pretty big numbers, a pretty embarrassing defeat here. So where did these new ones occur? Well, they were very close to the foot, as seen here. So we had 2 separate pushes from the south going north, both very close to each other. The one on the left, especially, getting into some serious bother and experiencing very high losses of armour. This was here, so push towards Novomykhailivka, whether to try and capture the town or merely clear Ukrainian positions defending it in the south to prep for a push later on, I can't say. Highlighted red on this map is the area where the last failed push occurred, the one I looked at in a video a couple of days ago. That time it was heading from east to west and then advancing north. That one was a colossal failure as well. So it's safe to say this settlement is pretty well defended. But I think Russia should maybe try again a few more times, just to be sure. Here, I've zoomed out. So this is south of Marinka and Donetsk. Let's go to deep states and check the territorial control around these parts. So these losses happened in contested territory as seen here. The ill-fated column advancing from Russian territory in the south, heading towards the north. Zoomed out, we can see that this is on the eastern front towards the south. If we zoom out again, you can see on deep states that Russia is trying to advance in a number of areas, and having little real success at any of them. The most successful is towards the north at Kupiansk, and successful is doing a lot of heavy lifting there, as so far they've managed to capture a couple of fields. The rest are pretty much stagnated, and in the case of Avdiivka and the one we looked at today around Marinka, they're experiencing very high losses. We've seen a lot of videos as of late showing large Russian columns of armoured vehicles being hit hard by a combination of mines, artillery, and drones, with the Russian forces making no real headway. I think it's pretty clear that things are pretty much a stalemate now, with both Russia and Ukraine dug in well. Ukraine's summer counter-offensive was more successful, gaining some towns and settlements. While much of the attention was on Zaporizhia, I think Ukraine's most important gains were those north and south of Bakhmut, which does put pressure on the town and provides a good starting point for another offensive in that region to hopefully liberate Bakhmut. So that's an area we will have to keep an eye on. Russia's fall offensive, ongoing now, so far, is a damp squib, even less so than the last major attempted offensive. That one did at least finally capture Bakhmut, even though it failed in other locations, such as south down at Vuhledar. Now, I'm not sure what exact types of vehicles were hit in this little skirmish, but in the video we saw a mixture of tanks and armoured fighting vehicles getting targeted. Of tanks, there are over 2,400 now listed on Oryx, and as this is just visually confirmed losses, the true number will be even higher. The big chunk of these are T-72s and T-80s. Armoured fighting vehicles, we have over 1,000 listed. The big chunk of these are different style MTLBs. And finally, infantry fighting vehicles, we're at over 2,800. Mainly different varieties of BMP, BMP-1, BMP-2. So, Oryx is going to have his work cut out for him here, identifying the types of vehicles destroyed in this failed push of Russia's and adding them to the complete total up on Oryx. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it.